thought I'd play some more Vanessa today. First, I just wanted to, because I think people had some thoughts about, do I actually only play Vanessa? So I just thought I'd confirm, yes, I only play Vanessa because I am a mental case. Those are my credentials. I don't really have any preamble here, so we can just jump into game and see what hand we get dealt today. I think people are starting to realize that holsters plus Barnacuda is very strong, and hey, look, I'm not above playing it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, so I'll happily do it. I used to hate Colt. Well, I think Colt on day one is fine. It's kind of hard now that Rifle has been nerfed, so you can't just click him, pray for Ram Rifle and win, but he can give Barnacuda and Pop Snappers now. In general, assembling a day one burn board is easier because you can find Barnacuda who adds another element to burn. So I feel a lot more confident clicking Colt now, and even so, you know, Barnacuda, Pop Snappers and Ramrod is not bad. Ramrod and some weapons, if you can find some scaling, is not bad. So I think Colt has become a lot better in general, and it's because of Barnacuda. My beloved. I kind of hate all of these. I really don't rate Grape Shot as an item at all, and I've already given my opinions on Shuriken requiring a lot of setup, but I do kind of enjoy Powderhorn now. If you have I'll just play it now. If you have Powderhorn plus a Barnacuda in the corner, just perma-hasting the Powderhorn, you can cav the Barnacuda, keep going off, and if you give the Barnacuda a lot of burn, it's quite, 2-second activation that does, if it does like 5, 6, 7, 8 burn, it's quite a lot, it can add up. So I'm more interested in Powderhorn nowadays than I was in the past. This kind of sucks, but if I do have to end up going weapons, I could just put the cannon on here and have it constantly firing, so I think I'll go with that for now. Question is, do I take the revolver here as well? I think I'll save my money. We got some choices from here. This is a tough choice now. So, Strange Mushroom can give me a free silver friend. The other option is to go to JJ and I hope to find some weapon support. I have 2 more shops after this. So I could find a weapon shop, but I could also find Mittel, Andy, Kina. So my odds of finding some more weapon support, I've gone down a decent amount. But on the other hand, if I can get myself a friend, then I can guarantee myself a skill from Tiny Furry Monsters. I think I'm going to take the friend here, save my money, and hope the next 2 shops are better. And I got a pretty worthless friend for me in general, so it's not too good. I think Banana Ball and Kimono for Vanessa don't really do much. I mean, Kimono gives you a bit of extra gold, but shielding, Scrap doesn't do anything for me. Banana Ball, apart from, the only thing I really want here is a skill voucher. I don't really make good use of duct tape like other people do, so Pyro's always fine. Ideally, I'd like lighter. I wouldn't mind the burn skill. The 1 in 5 to get Firebomb is always unfortunate. Before Firebomb was added, this Pyro was just so objectively good because everything you got was fine. But now there's the 1 in 5 of missing. So let's see what we get. Okay, Cinders is not the most interesting thing. Now I have a choice here again. I could take a skill, but I think my board is not very good. There are some medium items that could help me here, and I'd be happy to get. Shark Claws would not be bad. Otherwise, it's not the best. Kind of in a tough spot, but we'll just go to Mittel, see if we can find some sort of support maybe.
I hope you find who does.
So Vents plus 1 burn is okay. The problem is Vents kind of needs a bit of haste to get set up. The other option is rolling and hoping to find some sort of weapon support for cannon. I think I'll take the Vents here. Since I don't have... Well, I technically do have multiple burn items, so I could look for a burn skill here and then just play, something like this or find another item. The other option is to look for a shiny item to hopefully make my build playable. But, I kind of do believe that if I can find a burn skill here and put it on the cannon, I'll have a decent amount of burn with the Cinders. I'm not too unconfident, so I think I'm going to dig for the skill here instead.
The guys who trained me were very
5 damage is not enough. Let's roll. Okay, I did get a burn skill here. I'm trying to think. I think right-sided burn is... I think right-sided burn is technically worse because if I want to have a Barnacuda in the corner, it will get the burn. Actually, I don't think it matters that much. Okay, I'm just going to take him out of the spots now. It doesn't sound as big of a deal. I think I will put the cinders on the cannon because it's going off faster. The question is now, do I take tiny furry monster or look for a small? I think I'm going to look for a small. I could get another burn skill. I've already got one, which is fine. Could get a damage skill as well for the cannon, but I'd rather my last board slot be actually doing something. So let's see. These are all suck. I think I will just take ambergris and start juicing it a little bit. Ambergris is always very good for econ early, so I'm not going to be turning it down for now. Enemy Vanessa didn't win their first day. Oh no, they could not afford actually, so.
We're out to dethrone a king,
Enemy Vanessa,
not to squabble
my damage is quite slow, but I know she won't have
young
defensive scaling,
but
but
I've
she
seen
could
my
definitely
share of storms.
beat me to the kill. What is this skill? Huh. Double Bernacuda. I am cooked. Oh, actually, he doesn't have ammo. No, this is fine. I think he really should have just put the ammo on the Bernacuda and have this lighter perma hasted. You know, he's believing in this silver shuriken, which I don't think is going to do anything for him. Huh. Okay. Potential paid actor with 2 Bernacudas. This guy's living my dream. But we will take it. Okay, I'm looking pretty weak coming out of day 1, so my board needs some improvements to get it up. If I get to Quixel, I definitely can't afford the roll, so I think I'm just going to take the Tiny Fairy Monster skill, hope it's useful. Okay. 10% crit is definitely better than poison, especially long term, so I'll take the weapon crit. So now the choice here really is, do I invest in weapons or do I try and look for more burn? I've already got the Deadly Eye, so I think going down this weapon line is probably going to be more reliable. Oh, there we go. Rewarded with the cannon upgrade. Not bad. I think I will pick up the... Well, I either pick up the revolver or the other option is I roll and pray for something playable. But I don't really have the money to play for the roll, so I'll just pick up the revolver and look for the fight. My kind of philosophy is if I feel like I can take eccentric Aetherite, I'll always go for it because this skill is just insane. I mean, this is just holsters without needing a slot for it. But if I don't think I can, then the other option is to go for Covetous Thief. The problem is I can't really make use of the cloak with my cannon, which sucks a bit. But I've always said, you know, Covetous Thief, most of these payouts are good enough just because it's extra gold. Coconut Crab, this is one of the best skills in the game. This shit is broken. But the problem is you only have a 1 in 6 of getting it, and the other options are really kind of sucky. I mean, at least coconuts and the citrus sell for gold now because they never used to. So it's not as bad, but still, like, I have a 1 in 6 of getting something useful, and the gold I'm getting from this is already quite low. The question is, do I think I can take Aetherite? Burning 11 every 4 plus volcanic vents. If I ever get a crit, I think I'm fine. I'll take it. Let's live a little. I would like extra gold as well. I think if I ever get a crit on my cannon, I'm good. No, but this is a decent amount of burn already, so... Yeah, I should be fine now.
Power outage!
Not bad. I mean, there's a lot of gold no matter what I get, especially if I get the big item, but haste or ticket is really what I'm looking for. Okay, ticket. Sure. Ooh. So Farai is a new event which he gives you a package that is meant for a specific vendor, and if you sell it to the vendor, you get like an enchanted item of that size. I think Farai is very strong early, especially when you don't have a lot of gold to go to other shops. Like, I can't really afford to go to Curio here, so I'm more incentivized to go to Farai now. And as always, enchanted items early can be very strong, and they can give you direction, which is very useful. So I'm going to go to Farai. I have a lot of stash space as well, so I could go for one of the bigger items. If I had seen it enchanted large, I would have been very happy to see it. So let's look through these options. Shelter Shelby is, I believe, our friend vendor. Midsworth is Midsworth, Valpak, JJ, Quixel, Andy, or Mittel. Enchanted Small sounds very nice. I always like to go to Andy anyway. The only other option is really going for Mittel, which is not too bad either. But I think I'm always going to be clicking Andy when I see him, so I'll take a package for Andy. And I have the choice here. 4 gold is not a lot, but it's not nothing either. My other options I'm not too interested in. I have an ammo item as well, but I think I'm going to go for ammo item here. It's less gold overall, but I need to fill out spaces. I'd be surprised if... I really would hate to keep volcanic vents on my board today, so Let's see if I can find something a bit more interesting. I did not find something a bit more interesting. Something worse. The Mantis Shrimp. Okay, so I have 2 more shops here, and I have to pray I find something useful. Kina is interesting. She will hopefully give me something to juice my ambergris, so even if I'm buying and selling, I'm not really losing anything. The other option is to go to Jungle Ruins. I could take the potential weapon or just the loot and hope it's good for my cannon, but I'm not too interested in that. I think I need to make my board a bit better, so I'm going to go to Kina and see and hope. I don't really need the powder horn upgrade, to be honest. So I'm going to take the crab. I'm going to take the jellyfish because these are technically free because they cost 2 to buy, they sell for 1, and they give my ambergris 1 value. So they're net neutral when I'm buying them for now. And with that in mind, I think I will roll and hope for something. So there's my best friend Bernacuda. So for him, I think I'll sell the shrimp. I really would like this net. I wouldn't mind the pearl either, just for something to do. Something like this. I think I'll haste the vents just to get the burn online and maybe just put the weapon on. It's a bit slow here. I could sell jellyfish. I could sell yeti crab. They're both okay pieces for haste or free or EDC later, so they're not bad to keep. And I can't really make my money back. The other option is to sell the ambergris and just take the fishing net. I think I might do. Bronze ambergris kind of starts falling off very quickly because you're going to start seeing silver items, and silver items aren't net neutral. You're still paying over the board for them. So I think I'll get out of ambergris while I have the chance. I'm going to buy into fishing net now because it gives me loot, and I'm more interested in loot. And let's see who we face. Pig is scary. He lost his first day. Hopefully this guy is a paid actor. Maybe.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this
my damage is quite slow, so hopefully he doesn't have a lot of burst damage, which Pig rarely has. He's got a bit of extra health on him, which is kind of tough. The new hammock, which scales health, which scales healing and shield for some goddamn reason, so this is pretty spooky. My damage doesn't go up, but hopefully my burn stacks enough to beat him. He's getting a lot of max health as well, actually. Stones, hammock, and turbo succulents, but I have enough burn that it stacks. If I ever get a crit, I'll go over the top here, so yeah. Pretty tough, actually. This could be a decent amount of boards which don't scale, so not bad. Okay. Next day, I have a very bad feeling about my board. I don't think it wins the day here, so I need to start making some plays. Raffle ticket will I'll hold on to it for now. We have Andy, who, if you recall, would very much like my the delivery for him, so I'll give it. Deadly Pearl is not bad. I would have liked something a bit more interesting, but it's not bad. We have some burn items here, though, so we can kind of commit more to this burn build. Pete is... I don't really rate Pete generally, but with Bernacuda being a friend, he can haste Pete and get him started a lot better. So Pete, he fits a lot more slots than he used to. I don't really see the need to upgrade the flying fish. If I roll her, I'll be down to 3 gold, so I'll have to sell something if I want to buy a silver item. So I think I'm fine for now. I'll take the free skill. Whoa, actually an interesting choice. So Flame Dancer gives all my burn items 10 crit, which is nothing to sneeze at, and if I ever end up finding Oni Mask, I'll have some base level crit to get that kind of build started. Warm Hugs is also not bad either. 5 burn for 4 friend activations, so Bernacuda will be at least 2 of them. I can, this Flying Fish might be one, Pesky Pete might be one, so I can get that. That's 20 burn I'm guaranteed for free, which is a decent amount at this stage of the game. And also, this, thinking long term, if I end up going into Primordial, this is 4 sort of floating burn triggers that will help start the Primordial earlier. I think Warm Hugs does now more and long term. Flame Dancer is a decent amount of damage, but only really works if I get an Oni Mask. So I think I'll take the Warm Hugs for now, and hope it is enough. I think I'm going to probably take the Revolver off and start hasting Pesky Pete, just to give myself something to do. What I'm looking at right now is that if I'm getting 2 more slots this turn, so I could potentially put Lighter and this Deadly Pearl down. So I'm not starving for... I don't need to upgrade my board that much. I'll pretty happily take these items into the next fight. I don't think Overwhelmed Student really does anything for Vanessa. I mean, maybe there's something you can do with this drafting table, but you can it only sort of scales off tools. Toaster doesn't really do anything for me. I don't have enough food, and this skill doesn't really do anything for me. Product Demonstrator is never bad. I can get a Cinders or an Ammo, and this skill is also not bad, but the odds of getting those are pretty poor because all of this crap they've got in the middle. I've always talked about how much I think Mosquito is good because I'll always try and fight Mosquito if I think I can take him because Probo is basically a free win for Vanessa. Again, the problem is the odds of getting this Probo are quite bad, and Mosquito is also a real tough customer to fight. But, I'm feeling relatively confident that I can potentially take him with a successful crit. And I've got this extra burn here. Okay, I say we try it. This could go horribly depending where the slows go, but fortune favours the bold, I guess. 5 burn already, 20 burn. This looks good actually. All my heavy slows went on my cannon, which sucks. Okay, I think we should be good. Nice. Would love to see the Probo. Cooldown is not bad. Flying Potion is never bad. Crit is not bad. So some good payouts here. First time using item haste or weapon. Not bad actually. Okay, 2 upgrades to see. Okay, 1 upgrade actually. I'm not guaranteed 2 upgrades. So my board is probably going to look like something like this, I guess. I'll have the lighter take the most burn. So where does my upgrade want to go? I think Volcanic Vents is not going to be played long term. I've got nothing hasting it either, so I'm not very interested in this upgrade. Could upgrade Burner Kuda for 2 more burn, but without ammo to supply this guy, he's going to fizzle out, and so I'll only get 8 burn out of him. Pesky Pete, the cooldown goes down, which is pretty appealing. The other option is a cheeky fishnet upgrade for some long-term value, but I'll take the Pete upgrade now, and if by the grace of God I get the second B1, B2, I think I'll put it into the fishing net. Interesting to see eating contest, actually. Long ago, eating contests used to be, by longer I mean like 2 seasons ago, eating contests used to pop up very frequently in the first, is it 3 days? And it was basically meta that you had to at least buy silver chocolates because, I mean, I don't want to really go into it because eating contest is not around anymore, but health is very powerful, obviously, early. If I get the gold chocolates from this guy, I'm going to get over 1,000 health. So like an extra 250 health is very powerful, especially early, where the damage numbers are low. It's, no one has a perfect board, so I'm trying to like scrape through a fight. So I think I'm actually kind of compelled to go here. Not something I do very often anymore, but I think the value will be worth it here. The only problem is I need to make 5 board spaces. And I think Jellyfish is probably not going to stick around long term. The question is, do I go for gold or silver? I could just go gold here and then take the econ option, whatever ends in the next, the final hour of the day, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So if I sell these, I go from 750 to 900, which is pretty good amount of health, and I can just take the loot here. Hope it's ammo or something good. Cinders is not bad. That's not very useful for me. That's not very useful for me. So I'll just put the Cinders on here, and I think I'll save this cooldown. It's a very minor amount of cooldown, but I'll hold on to it for now. Just thinking if I want to get Pesky Pete to have the Immolating Spark, or do I want it potentially on the cannon? Or the burn. I mean, nothing else is getting hasted, really. I think it's fine. Pig with looking like 2 losses already, so... I mean, hey, if they keep giving me paid actors, I'm not going to complain.
My dreams are too big.
I have an extra 150 health from this guy, so hopefully it'll make a difference between... I mean, look at these skills. Bloody hell. He's got like 15% crit chance. One of these weapons is going to crit and ruin my day. Okay, nothing yet.
Well,
Oof.
isn't everything.
If that was a crit, I would have lost. Okay, not bad. 3 wins in a row so far, feeling good. So I think my board can probably win another day here. I'm not feeling too bad about going on. I don't have a docks item, which kind of sucks. I'm not too interested in going to Curio early. I don't have a lot of gold to play with. Although Burner, if I can get the boots, the haste boots to sell on Bernacuda, it makes him extremely powerful. So I could potentially have a look. My other option is not that good. My sale value is like, what is this? 11 gold, 12, 13, even 14, 15, 16 even. It's a decent amount to work with. I'll go have to look in Curio, because the boots are very powerful.
I see buried treasure.
I will just buy and sell the bar of gold, because if for some reason I pivot into playing Julian, it's an extra 5 gold on him and it doesn't cost me anything. I will sell the regen, because regen can potentially make a difference. I will probably put the extra burn on my lighter as well. See, I'm already hemorrhaging gold, but I'll have an extra look. This is an extra 25 health for 2 gold, which is not bad at all. I think I will take the insect. Could also take the bar of soap. It's a pretty fast trigger, but I think I'm okay. I've got my boy Bernacuda. Unfortunately, I've spent all my gold, but I got extremely lucky in seeing the mountain pass, which can hopefully pay me out with some extra gold. 2 income and 1 XP is not bad. Okay, some fights to look at. Overbearing Teacher now comes on day 4 and gives you a Silver Book of Secrets. If I get this, I'll be very happy. This is basically the high roll of the entire 3 fights I could get, because Book of Secrets is just broken. So, something to think about. Blood Reef Raider is always good for Vanessa. You'll benefit from this +2 ammo. It can go on either of these items, or ideally Bernacuda. Cannonball is not bad. Crow's Nest sells for a lot. So Blood Reef Raider is never bad. You can always get something useful. A Hexa for burn specifically is pretty good though. My odds of getting it are 1 in 5. And the Crypto also sells for a decent amount. So the potential is I take the 1 in 6 here for Overbearing Teacher, get something more consistent here, or go for the high roll on A Hexa. I think I'll go for A Hexa here.
Hi,
It's not often I have such a good enough burn board that I'm happy to fight A Hexa. Unfortunately, she can start ruining my day, but I've got 2 medium items that will put enough burn on her, and my burn happens to go pretty fast here, so...
Your settings are incompatible with the Hexa software.
Okay, we'll love to see Solar Farm, but... Crypto is okay. I'm just going to put it on board so I can see how much it sells for.
Oh, sure. I can help you.
Okay.
But you have to trust me.
None of these skills do something interesting for me. I mean, Honed Arsenal plus Deadly Eyes, good crit going long term, but I can't really leverage it today. I can't make use of Toxic Injector or Firepower. So I think I have to roll here and hope to get something good. Static Acceleration is not bad. I make okay use of it. I'm just going to... I'm just going to move stuff around a bit so my haste triggers are a bit quicker. And I'll put this here. If I thought I was going Tortuga, I could potentially get Flashy Pilot. Captain's Charge, I think getting it now is a bit presumptuous. I have 2 more days without large items, so I think I'll get Static Acceleration. And potentially pray for some more haste. Artisan Dunes is offensive buffs. They added the new... encounter which gives defensive buffs, which is kind of cool. I would love to have +1 burn on everything here, so I will take it. Yeah. And I see Andy. I think I click Andy. I have a decent amount of gold in the bank, so... And I'll probably sell this for 7. I don't want to hold on to it anymore and have to keep looking at it, so... nothing here excites me. I could maybe get Illusory Ray thinking of long-term slow burn. I think I'll hold on to it.
Diamonds come in small.
I don't really think I want to upgrade Yeti Crab though. So, can we just go here? Do I want to make use of this Insect Wing now? I think I probably should. I don't have anything that I'm that deign to go that too fast. But I'll put it on the Pesky P, it could make a difference. And I think I'll just hold on to everything here for now. I think I'm just being given paid actors in a row, because this guy has lost a lot of... He's only got 1 win by level 5.
You should know. I'm a bit of a legend.
Matt can be kind of tough for burn because obviously he can stack regen, and regen is not the best at fighting burn given enough time, but hopefully I can burn him before he burns me. I do have some scaling in the sense that I've got crit that can stack thanks to my flying fish, so I have some ways to make my damage go over the top here. I think I'm just about keeping up with this regen. I say as he just regen to shit. Oh yeah, this is bad for me. No, this is not good. No, yeah, he just... this is insane, yeah. Got the life conduit that's quested twice. A stacking regen in multiple ways. Yep, he beats me here.
The lesson you learned today.
I faced a counter, unfortunately. Sometimes that's how it goes. Honestly, not a very good board from him. But also, not really a very good board from me, so fair enough, he got me. He beats me with the counter, and I have to just hold that. That's kind of worrying. A worrying look at what might happen if I don't upgrade my board today. I do have the library, and I get a unique encounter for having burn items, so I think I will take it. It looks like I'm going to proceed down a burn line for a while. I get 1 XP, and one of my items gets upgraded. I would hate to see probably Vents upgraded. Everything else, well, and maybe Burnacuda as well. I think Cannon upgrade now is pretty good. I need the extra damage, so I will take it. I will go for Cult here. I could get a Ramrod, which helps, basically helps my Burnacuda keep seeing play, and I can put it on my Cannon as well. So I would like some ammo items. Hot Snap is extra burn. I'm not going to turn my nose up at that. Musket is interesting. I could just do something like Powder Horn next to my Burnacuda, perma-hasting the musket, well, perma-hasting between Powder Horn and the musket to reduce its damage. This scales for... Oh, that's on Diamond. This is interesting. I haven't really played around with musket much, but I think now might be the day. Let's have a look. Let's put musket in. I have a decent amount of burn here, and I've got fast burn triggers to make use of it, so... We can test it out here on these fights. It's probably going to have to look something like this. A bit of extra ammo. This being upgraded would be nice. I'm punished for not upgrading my Powder Horn back in the day, but that's okay. So the option is, what is the rest of my board? I could just play the Cannon anyway. I just want a bunch of burn triggers. Pesky Pete is going to be hard to put on this board, unfortunately. Just going to sell this to make a bit of space. Thank you, Banjo Man. Yeah, well, if I don't... Oh, actually, yeah. I do have the Burnacuda giving haste for my static acceleration. The question is, do I keep the Flying Fish on board as well to give more haste triggers? Might be the play, honestly. And just do something like this. Yeah, let's see how that works. Okay, let's look at these fights real quick. Clock can give you Atomic Clock, which lets you do some very interesting things if I have a Ramrod, which I don't. Otherwise, none of these other payouts are that interesting when you can give a ticket. Harkuvian Trooper is always good for the same reason the Blood Reef Raider guy is, because he gives me a lot of ammo payouts, and he can give me the Rocket Boots, which I'd love for my Burnacuda. Scoville is also not bad. Scoville, I guess. Pickled Peppers is... technically burn scaling in that its damage goes up, so it could form a burn build for me. And Black Pepper's not bad, Cinders is not bad, the Skill is not bad, but I think I'm going to go for Harkuvian Trooper. A bit of extra ammo would make my build nicer, so I'm going to go for it. Let's see how good a musket is. 2 crits, bloody hell.
Starting to think rocket boots aren't good transportation.
It's not bad, actually. Only went off once, 475 damage. I don't think it's going to be better than just putting Cannon in and having it keep shooting, to be honest. Oh, actually reload. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I think musket... If this wasn't gold, I think probably musket would have been better, but this just does so much damage. If I can keep stacking the crit, this will eventually crit and do a heck ton of damage, so I will just keep playing this. I think I actually want the burn on this, because if it does crit, it's fine. So let's order things around as they were before. It's going to be like this, don't need you. I mean, I could even just play musket, to be honest, like something like this. Something like this. To give me some scaling. Yeah, why don't I just play both of these? This is really not enough gold for me today. I get a lot from silver loot, and silver loot can be gunpowder, and I want gunpowder, so it's not bad either. I have a choice here, so I'm going to go into day 6 after this, where I have to start thinking about where my board is going to go. And if I was thinking about that, I would love to find... I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fast burn triggers, and so I could potentially just straight up pivot to primordial, as I am wont to do. If I'm not going to be doing that, I kind of have to think about where this board is going to go, because this kind of weapon stuff is going to fall off without any damage scaling, which I lack. So the other option is potentially slow burn, which I don't really have the tools for. So my options are look for a damage skill or crit scaling skill from Nufu for a sort of weapons line, or look for incendiary rounds potentially for a primordial line. I think I'm going to go for Andy.
If you have to ask the price, you can't.
Yep, nesting doll is
Whoever
part of
said
that.
money can't buy class had neither.
I'm not really interested in Switchblade or Narwhal though. I will take this upgrade just in case I do have to go for slow burn. I don't really want to pick up Kusarigami though. Question is, do I hold this vents for Slumbering Primordial? I think the answer is no. I'll make some space here. I think I'm just going to take the damage here and try and confirm winning the day. So there's 3 extra burn as well, which is pretty useful. Vanessa on day 6 with 1 less win than me. Okay.
I may be young for a captain,
I'm pretty confident in
but
my
I've
damage
seen my
output,
share
and
of
Vanessa
storms.
fights are just damage
My
races, so I
fight
should be
isn't with
okay.
you.
My worry is if someone has some scaling damage. Look at these skills, what the hell? Iron sharpens iron, but only 22 damage, so my cannon does more than his, even with iron sharpens iron. Unfortunately, this skill's pretty spooky, but he has no shielding, so I'm fine.
You've got talent. You should
Crit off
put it toward
19% chance. Ain't that
noble
just the
youth.
way? Let's see how much damage this musket did, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, only went off once. Again. Okay. Okay, beloved day 6, where the gold items start coming in. I need to start thinking about where my board is going to go. I find Mittel gets worse towards the end of the game, because medium items are not really what I'm looking for on Vanessa. They don't really dictate what my end game builds look like. But I could get some slow... If I find dock lines, I am, close enough to a slow burn build to put in a lighthouse. So I think I will go to Mittel for now and begrudgingly buy something. But the glass can help with primordial as well, because if I do get primordial, let's say these 2 items are my primordial. I'm putting in pop snappers, and not really much else. This. I need an extra fend, so well, actually I don't, because of primordial acting as a fend. So I'll have like 3 slots here. So I could just put in weather glass, but I don't really think I'm giving it enough multicast actually. So I've talked myself out of it. I think I'll make some space and just buy the disguise kit and see what it can offer me. I'll sell this, sell the skill voucher.
Oh, the litter is free.
Get?
I
Okay,
like
not bad.
the exercise.
Ideally, for disguise kit, you want you want 4 spaces because it can give you a medium or a small. And if you only have 3 spaces, it guarantees giving you a small, obviously. And if you get a medium from the disguise, it sells for net neutral, so it's fine. So I have to sell something here. I think I'll just put the crit on my cannon for now. Pick up the disguise kit. I only got small actually, and this is a pretty whack small, so that sucks, but it's okay. So primordial is a weapon. The other option is just to go to mountain pass and ramp my income. The question is, can I afford a primordial? So I have 10 gold. This is 8. This is 20. This is 22. So even with a roll, I can afford primordial. But I already have 1 XP up, so I think I can potentially win this day. I'm not so unconfident about winning today, so I think I will just take the mountain pass and get punished for it entirely by getting insect bite, which sucks. Okay, Mosquito round 2. I think I can probably take Mosquito on the round 2 as well. The other thing to think about is going for a dire inglet for the aggressive. This will work with primordial as well. And even, not a spy, he doesn't really put up much of a fight, and these skills are pretty good for me as well. So I have a choice here, what I want. The odds for getting a good weapon here are even worse now. Oh, so getting the Provo are even worse now. But I don't really get paid out here either. And the second Provo fight is tough as well. Let's just reassemble my board real quick. The plan is going to be something like this, probably. Just sell the disguise key, I'm interested in this. I think I'll go for Provo. I think also this will be closer than I want it to, but this will be a good indication of what our damage is like as well, so not too bad. I think I'm very reliant on a crit here, which I managed to crit on something at least. Yeah, if I crit here, my my damage is kind of through the roof, so it's pretty good. I have some crit scaling.
As spineless as a
Oh
jack-
lordy, we found the Provo. Okay, sound the alarm, boys. We're trying to hard pivot into a Provo build. So what do I need to make Provo work? I need slow triggers, so that would look like dock lines, that would look like tripwire, that would look like shot glasses, that would look like clamorer, and I need damage scaling, and the only way to get that is Kusarigami, which is a small weapon. So this is what I'm looking for to pivot my board into now, so let's play with that in mind. 10 extra damage is not bad. This is 15 extra damage, but I like the damage on this item scales is the burn or the crit I'm looking for in this item, so I don't think I want flat damage, and Provo doesn't care about flat damage. I want the scaling damage from the Kusar, which I didn't buy, which sucks. But I could get 2 burn across the board. Heated Shells is really good for Primordial as well, and Conflagration is good for burn scaling. I have a very interesting choice to make here, actually. So I could take Conflagration and make all the burn on my items scale here. So this would go up, this would go up, this would go up, this would go up. I could get Heated Shells with the thought process that I could pivot into Primordial. Or I could just get Chemical Fire and get a +2 across the board. If I was more interested in going slow burn, I'd have to pick up Conflagration because the damage on Anglerfish is the burn on Anglerfish is quite low, so you need scaling in some way, or you need to be very fast. So I think Conflagration is actually the wrong call here, because I don't want to keep with this board long term. I need to pivot into something. So I'm going to take Heated Shells with that in mind. Between Warm Hugs and Heated Shells, I'm applying a lot of burn triggers very quickly, so hopefully that'll be enough to win me these, rob me some victories on these days I'm trying to look for pivots in. Okay, it's all about shopping now. I need to find those tools. More crit to complicate my mind. So this is kind of annoying as well. Now I could play Oni Mask with static acceleration and hope to crit, but I think it's probably a bit too late. If I had a bit more crit, I would be more confident in this, but I think it's not the right call. I'm just going to keep looking. I will take the Zoarcid though.
That doesn't work out for you. I'm back for a refund.
Probably. Yeah, I think this is probably the right call. Swap out the Flying Fish. The other option is to just get rid of the Deadly Pearl, and I think that might be right actually. The question is, would I place him actually? This has to be adjacent to this. This has to be adjacent to 2 burn triggers. So these all have to. The only place I could put it is here or here, but ideally I want to haste the lighter, to be honest, to make it go off constantly. So I think I can't play fish anymore. The option is either Pearl or I just put Pop Snappers for some more burn procs, and I think that might be the call here. The only problem is putting it in a place where if I put it here it takes up 2 burn from cannon, but I think I just have to hold that. Yeah, okay. Upgrades. Scaling on this is not bad, but I think I'm not believing in a musket world anymore. So the options are I just upgrade Pesky Pete to give him 1 more cooldown, or I upgrade the Zoarcid to give him 1 more cooldown. I think long term, if I'm thinking about what could be played in Primordial, I think Zoarcid is going to be more reliable than Pesky Pete. So I'll just upgrade the Zoarcid here. I burn quite a lot instantly, so Burnicuda applies 3 when he goes off, and he applies 5 from Warm Hugs, and he applies 5 from Heated Shells, so my Zoarcid will activate quite quickly. I'm also getting a lot of triggers from this and this and this, so I apply a lot of burn very quickly. I just saw this guy is level 7 with 1 win, so another paid actor has been handed to me.
Right?
And I'll not turn it down. I don't really know what Stell does. She either does the Drone Crusher stuff and just blows your head off, or does this. Oh, this has got to be too slow, right? This is amazing, actually. Oh, this is kind of spooky. What I said.
I make a lot of
Oof,
mistakes,
very close.
but I always learn from them.
I don't think I got a crit, did I? I wasn't looking, to be honest. That's a lot of damage. Wow. This musket is really, like, uninteresting. It only goes off once. Okay, I mean, I want more shops to find Kusarigami and my tools for Probo. Unfortunately, I'm being given Curio of all things, so I could just ignore Curio and save my money, but if I ever get boots for my little buddy, I'd be very happy, so I'm going to keep going to Curio for now. Portable stove is a slow trigger, a very, not a fast one, but it is a slow trigger. Clockwork blue is cooldown, so I will take them. I will roll here. I think Deadly Pearl is no longer going to see play. Okay, so if I get rid of Clockwork Blades now, I can put this in and
Now that's a
increase the
bar.
value of everything, so eventually when I sell this stuff I'll get paid out more, and then I'll take both Insect Ring and
That's
Skill
been
Voucher.
sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Okay. Show me the money, JJ.
I mean, okay.
Don't want to crit anymore.
Do you have to leave already?
Extra loot. Okay. Fine. Okay, so interesting fights. Radiant Course I think is very hard for Vanessa to beat in general because you need defensive scaling to sort of survive all of this early damage he does and with all the slowing he does. Big, I have a lot to say about Big, but this guy should not be a silver fight giving you championship belt, but I will take this fight for sure. Unibrew does not put up much of a fight, but I also don't think he does. He doesn't really give anything that Vanessa wants, so I'll take the big fight. I mean, if I get the belt, I can just put it next to my Probo now and start playing Probo because this is going to give me like, what is that? 180.
Right my way to the top.
Going to give me like 90 damage or something. So, pretty good.
Nice workout, friend.
No, he gave me a Pig's Gym, which is not the end of the world. I'm just going to reduce the cooldown of my Zoarcid. Don't think it's a big deal here.
Full sail, my boy!
I'll sell this gem, I don't want it. So, again, I have a choice. I could just pick Malifang and find a burn skill for these things, which is not bad. The other option is go to All-In and pick something generic. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to be stuck with this board again for this day, so I think I will go for Malifang and try and just keep my power level up for now.
I know my incendiaries.
Warm Hugs upgrade looks very appealing. Again, I can still use this to pivot to Slumbering Primordial. 4 burn across the board is also quite appealing, huh? This is 20 extra burn triggers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I will take Warm Hugs upgrade. It's tough though. I could have easily taken the +4 burn across the board and it would have been fine. Nightshade is expensive. I don't want poison items, but he can give you Primordial because Primordial has a poison tag in his description. So I might dig for that just specifically. Is Stealth Guard a real item now? I don't think so, right? 8 roll is expensive, especially since I didn't get anything, but I think it's worth looking.
You appreciate the beauty of my work.
Kina doesn't really give me anything I want. Well, actually, you can give me slow items.
Come
Give me.
with no weapons, leave with big bargains.
We'll take dive weights in case I find incendiary
Our
rounds.
energies resonate.
Huh. Lighthouse with enough slow to play, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's a bit late for Lighthouse. If I had dock lines, maybe, but I don't think I can afford to play. Okay, I'm not very what are these fights? Level 8 with a 1 win and his prestige is broken. Huh, okay. Either this guy's gonna absolutely roll me with the one-shot boon, or he is just gonna roll over. Oh, this is kind of tough. I don't have defense. I don't have damage scaling really. So if he can out heal me with all this cast nonsense, he could just straight beat me. Let's see. Look at these enchants. What the hell? Toxic, toxic, heavy. It's close. I think I need a crit, otherwise this defensive scaling is going to take me over here. Yeah, he's starting to catch up. That's tough.
First memory.
I mean, what can I do? This guy just came off one shot. He's got some. He's probably going to buff somewhere on cast. So that's fine. Okay, I think this goes to show that I need to get out of this board now. So let's start looking for some answers. I don't just anything yet. And also tomorrow I'm gonna go to the expedition, so I need to find something I actually want to take to the expedition. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to change my mind. Do I start playing Lighthouse here? I think I might just pick it up if I have the space. I don't have the gold really though. So what would I want to keep? Like this? I really just don't have a lot of burn procs. Need to sell 3 things. Probably sell the nesting doll because it does the same job as the Bernacuda. So yeah, even if I still have stuff, I'm not going to have enough space for it. So I will just ignore it.
Go buy a weapon instead.
Okay, I do want ammo for my Bernacuda. I would not hate a free upgrade either on anything here. Potentially the musket or the fishing net just for my probe I'm praying to find a build for. But Shelby can give me Primordial, who I'm desperately looking for. So I think I have to start shopping a bit aggressively and hoping to find an answer out of the hole I've dug for myself. I was hoping this is Primordial, but it's not. So we go forward for now.
You'll know when you are.
Bit of charge is not bad. I don't really take stew often though, because all of these items don't really do anything for me on day 8 now. Sharpen steel for weapons is good. I don't think it's really what I want here. The other option is just to go to Burninator Bot. It can give me a lot of good slow here, so I'll go for Burninator Bot. If I get this, I would have loved to already have a lighthouse, but I guess I can't. I can't say that now. So this musket doesn't really scale that much. These burn triggers aren't very fast. Does my crit cut do 30%? Not bad.
Maybe a skirmish.
This is potentially playable, actually. That's interesting. Okay, first let's make some space. Let's sell these 2. Take Thermal Lance.
Hide that tide!
Do I play Thermal Lance here is the question. I could start doing some funny stuff with it. So, something like this, like this, like this, like this. And then what? Every Hastings gets 10 burn. And then just some more burn procs. I think musket is not going to see any space anyway, so just get rid of musket. Look for the gold loot. Ooh, very nice. Okay. Primordial is a weapon, so I could find him here. I do not find him here. Nope. I was looking for Kusarigami as well, and he didn't show up. Mediums I'm not very interested in, but I'll just see what Mitchell has to offer because I'm probably going to go for I'm going to go to the ruins next anyway, so Tripwire is nice actually for my burn, for my Probo line I'm considering.
I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
I'm not interested in much of those. Okay, let's try and build a board here that is not completely utterly worthless. I think Pesky Pete doesn't really have any space here. I could do something like this for Pesky Pete just to have him on. And hope it's good enough to scale the Thermal Lance. Yeah, sure, let's try this. So now I have some actual damage scaling. The problem is it's not very fast, so if this guy is one of those infused wraps builds, I might be cooked. Or if he just shoots me before I get to go off, I might be cooked. This is very worrying. This is very, very worrying, whatever he's got lined up here. Sled and poison. Oh, actually, I don't think his damage scales that much, but he's going to be healing and poisoning a lot, so I think it should be fine here. Because I'm burning for 70 every activation. Just need to overtake his damage is quite slow, which is the only good thing. And my burn stacks. Okay, pretty good actually. I need actually 2 slots because I have supply cache. That's a bit rushy. I think it's technically wrong for me to. I'm not gonna play I think it's technically not the right play to go for the expedition here, because the enchants I get at the end of the day are probably not going to be that playable. You know, if I get the only really legendary item I would want to see on the board is like Blaze Health or some burn scaling. Everything else I'm not that super interested in. I could play some enchants on Probo potentially. So I think the correct play is to sell the ticket and not go for it, but hey, I can't turn down the ticket. Can't turn down the expedition. So something I didn't know was, depending on what sort of enchant you take for the fight, you're more likely to get that loot. So if I were to go for the fiery draw, I'm more likely to get cinders, the poison vial, or the sort of sharpening blade respectively. So if that's in my mind, I'll take fiery draw. I always go for Boulder Trap. It seems like it never does anything to you. As long as you have enough damage to kill someone in 22 seconds, you should be fine. And, you know, he's got no defensive scaling or defense at all, so it should be fine to beat the scale completely. I know I did get my enchant here, so if I'm going to be forced to keep playing Thermal Lance, I'd like a defensive enchant on it, you know, shielded or resto. Other than that, I'm not super interested in anything else, so we'll have to see what we get.
This is how you win a war.
That is kind of tough. So I don't think crit on this is that good, because I already have a bit of crit scaling from static acceleration. I don't really have anything I want to put on Probo. An idea potentially is to put my burning enchant on Tripwire. That will help get the Zoarcid going off faster from enemy activations. And if I do have to go to Primordial, this Tripwire being fiery will essentially act like a iceberg for me. So I think I'm actually going to do that. It's not something I would have thought of, but this might be the right play. And it gives me something better to do on my board than play bloody Pesky Pete. So let's move stuff around a little bit. I think this might be better now. Keep this. Pesky Pete, you're probably getting the axe mate, but keep an eye on you for now. So my odds of getting cinders are quite high, which I did indeed get. Everything else, I'm kind of wary of getting random diamond skills, because you could get the one where when you use an item you destroy, but it's not like I'm going to not use this, so let's just do that, see what happens. When you sell a medium or large item, get 2 chocolate bars. Okay. Let's crack the egg. Probably not playable, but I could reroll it, I guess, so we'll hold it. None of these I'm going to make use of for now, so. Chromax is quite a hard fight. So it's only worth going if you actually have a relic that can benefit from Ancient Vengeance, or, you know, some of these items, but it's not me. Mythkeeper specifically, if you have poison, you know, this is insane. Otherwise, none of this stuff is really that good on Vanessa. I mean, maybe if you're going for some slow weapons, you could play this, but I don't think so. So I generally just end up fighting Greenheart, because he doesn't put up that much of a fight. And he's a silver fight. Oh yeah, look at how fast my activations are now. This is nice.
Your own land needs a guardian. Perhaps it is you.
Okay, so if I lose her, I go into 101 shot, which is kind of sucks.
The hold can't hold this.
We'll try not to think about that for now. Let's sell you, buddy. Okay, sure. I'm just going to put my cinders on this for now. Spirit Diffuser I'm not going to make any use of. If I was playing like Boulder, maybe I could do it to like just charge a one-shot as best as possible. If I was playing Poison, obviously I could play Barb Spike Warden, but I think I'm going to take the floating Obsidian Enchant. If I, by the grace of God, please give me Primordial, I could put it on my Primordial and just start one-shotting people, so I'm going to hold on to this. I could also put it on Probo. It's not ideal. I like a defensive enchant on Probo to, you know, allow me to just keep stacking shield or heal while the damage goes up with a Kusaric army, but it's clear that right now beggars can't be choosers, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing for now and hope this is enough. Enemy Dooley, pretty spooky. If he is going for some charge loop stuff, my burn will stack. My tripwire will go off. But if he is going for something slower, I might be cooked. And this looks pretty slow to me, which is worrying. I'm not really sure what this item is, though. Oh, pylons and slow. Oh, this is potentially good for me, although Rampage module is going to get the damage going pretty fast. It's no defensive enchant, but the next activation is going to shoot me. Yeah, that's pretty tough, unfortunately. He had a pretty good build. Okay, it's not looking so good for me right now, but we'll see if we can make it out of it. So, the Fate's choices I have to be... I have to think very carefully about here. More often than not, Fate's bounty is fine. Just being an extra level on your enemy is always very powerful, and it gets you closer to... So day 13 gives me a guaranteed upgrade, so being close to that is always nice. I only really take enchant if I think an enchant's going to make my board better here. Which it could, to be fair. If I get a defensive enchant on my Thermal Lance, it could be playable. Fate's Legacy is only really good if I'm benefiting enough from these upgrades, and I'm not really. Any of these small item upgrades don't change anything for me. Probo upgrade doesn't really change anything for me. The only thing is Fishing Net upgrade, but I don't think it's worth using Fate's Legacy just for that. The question is, do I take the enchant or do I take the crossroads? I have enough gold, so I'm not worried about getting the extra 20 gold. So I think I'm actually going to take the enchant here and hope for something. And I got the shiny upgrade, so now I have to really think. What does shiny probo do? Oh, it just doubles its damage. Okay. This is more interesting of a choice than I thought it would be. I'm guessing this is just, yeah, multicast. So, ideally I just want to play Primordial if I can find him, but if I don't find him in the meantime, I could just put shiny on the Thermal Lance to get it going. The other option is to put shiny on one of these items to get faster triggers. So I could just put it on Zoarcid. So Zoarcid hasting twice gives this 20 damage every activation, but this will go off twice. I think I just have to put shiny on Thermal Lance for now and play it.
I'm on the edge of the plank.
And then if I get Primordial, I'll just curse myself. Still looking for Incendiary rounds, or potentially still Kusari down there. I think that ship's outside. Zara's never bad. I mean, having haste activations is good, especially when going Primordial, but Old Zane can give you some really, really stupid stuff. And I think I kind of want some stupid stuff here. So,
the bazaar's the only sea I
extra cooldown is also playable with Primordial. That doesn't really give anything else extra cooldown. I think I'm just going to roll here and see what else I can get. Okay, crit scaling is never bad. Even, I have to go for... I still have a lot of fights to go through, so I will get 3 by 4 by... Well, 3 by 8 crit, so not bad. Don't really think... I'll take the illusion upgrade.
But I'm glad you bought this.
We'll take the dock lines still. So now, if I can get damage scaling on the probe, I could just put the Obsidian on enchantment and hope I gun someone down, but I'm not super confident in that anymore. Tortuga does give friend cooldown. He can also give me warm hugs, but I already have it. So I think I'll just go for Void Colossus here. This is a good test of what my damage is like as well, and these two skills are great for me, obviously. It's a decent amount of burn. It's not a huge amount of burn, It's not massive, just kind of worrying. But let's see.
It's over already. We barely got
I
our
would like
flags
to
up.
skill, but I'll just sell these. Okay. See if Bark can give me the Primordial I'm looking for. Nope.
I love them all.
I thought I was going to get Diamond Primordial. If I had space, I'd love to take the Tropical Island, because this can give you a lot of bonus health. I don't have space.
Am I even a master merchant?
I don't think Dually gives me anything I really am interested in. I mean, I could find, like, Dual Tron, maybe? I could find a Thermal Lance upgrade, actually. But I'm going to just go to the portal and see if I can find anything better. And I didn't really find anything better, which sucks. But Bex can give me an extra XP, which will...
What a meathead, right?
Not bad. So this... Got my extra candies.
Let's take a tyrant's whole kingdom!
Oh, extra XP. Okay, this guy would have to be in a pretty bad state to lose to me. So let's see.
I may be young for a captain, But
My
I've seen
burn doesn't go off
Unshift's sword.
super fast
You
is the
should
worrying
know.
part. I
I'm
have
a
some
bit
ways
of
to
a
slow him
legend
down,
in
so if
the
he's just a bit... If his damage scale's a bit slower than me, I should be fine. Oh wow, that's spooky. He's not gonna one-shot me now, which is a good thing, because I don't think he'll get me before
Next
he goes
time,
off again.
boys.
That's tough for him.
Less
That is very
blunder,
tough for him. This is a
more
great...
plunder.
If he had an extra ammo, potentially, or if this was diamond, he would really get me there. Closer than I would like. Still looking for primordial, obviously. Okay, come on, Paul. Give me primordial. That's not primordial. Do I go into lighthouse now? Huh. If I find Kusarigami, I could just make lighthouse my... should just give obsidian enchant to lighthouse and make that what I'm doing instead, which I think I might do. Let's sell all of... Sell all of this. Let's pick up the lighthouse and pray to God we see. No slumbering primordial still. What the heck is going on? Okay, well, if I find Kusarigami, I have another way out as well. Still not finding those items I want, though, so that's okay. Frost Street Champion is actually very tough now with this item in the way. It used to be a lot more free, but you can just get freeze lock and actually cook by this gun. I think that's what will happen to me. Master Alchemist doesn't really give me anything because my tools are... Well, I mean, it would reload this pop stamp, which is not bad, but I don't think long-term this skill is going to be that useful for me, and these items aren't that good. Dreadnought can give me Pyromania, which means my... This slumbering primordial I keep talking about would burn 4 times and start charging himself. So this is not bad, actually. I'll go for this. This fight is actually pretty tough. This Skyline can really blow you up if you're not fast enough. But I think as long as I survive one, I should be okay. Yeah, we go. My burn does come out decently fast, but this is just not enough damage. Like, I mean, if this guy's putting him to half health, I'm in a pretty worrying spot. So I don't really have space to pick up the launch tower is the problem. But I can actually probably just sell these.
Full sail, my boy.
I have to choose something to upgrade, which sucks. So either lighthouse or dock lines for if I'm going for this burn build. If I'm going for this slow burn build with ± Darkstone Focuser. I don't think Shiny Thermal Lance is getting a play long term realistically, so I'm gonna just upgrade the... This is 1 extra slow, this is also 1 extra slow. This doubles the burn as well. Yeah, okay. Upgrade the lighthouse and start praying. Let's start praying this guy gives me slumbering primordial. No way!
I hope you live long enough to reconsider.
Okay, I think I have to make an executive decision here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the library, and now since I've burnt it, I get this, unique search to burn library, which gives me a lot of extra burn. And that will hopefully be enough to juice my lighthouse to actually be playable. So let's see. I think I will just put the Darkstone Focuser on it for extra damage for now. And then we will have to see what the rest of our board is. So obviously I want all the slow triggers I can find, which is these 2 specifically. And then I can haste this probably and then put Stove down. The other option is just to put the Powder Horn down to make sure Bernacuda keeps going. But I think the fight is going to be decided in the first few seconds anyway, so let's just press play. Hope this guy is going for a lot of triggers, because that will be the best for me, and I hope I can gun him down before he guns me down. This is a lot of defense, and if he has very fast defensive scaling, I'm screwed here. This is very, very tough. Jeez Louise, what has this guy got? Slows are good though, he's keeping up. Yeah, nice. This having 32 burn is pretty helpful. Yeah, not bad at all. I should also give it this as well, but I can't because of the Bernacuda. Okay, so I'm over 8 wins now, so I'm feeling pretty happy even if we lose from here on out. But I would like to at least keep doing some cute stuff. So let's just keep rolling for Kusarigami potentially. So I can gun someone down. I think Farai later into the game is not really worth it. I have a lot of gold, and I'm looking for very specific things right now. So I don't really think I'm going to go for Farai. Kina can give me some more slow options, which is really what I'm looking for. This is definitely a slow option, so I'll play that. This is a nice upgrade. I think this Primordial Dream is dead, but I'm going to hold horses anyway because it's broken, and everyone knows holsters plus these two items is very good together, so I think I can just put this on the board. I can't make use of Lord of the Wastes crit on Lighthouse, otherwise I'd probably go for that fight, so I'll just go for the Awakened District for the extra XP. Start time is pretty good, huh? It doesn't get a single activation, which is nice. And my board is certainly not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Let's just sell Probos for not getting played. I could potentially just reroll this and look for better doctrines. The slow burn skills aren't the best, but I can get some charge stuff, which will probably be important. The other idea is to go to endeavour and just look for something broken. Which I think I will do instead. I mean, hey, I'll take some. This is great with my Lighthouse, so I'll take it. This can get medium items. What am I really looking for to make my board better? I would like a Docklines upgrade. I wouldn't mind Kusarigami just to, you know, keep believing to this stupid stuff. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in much else. I think I've got a lot of gold. I'll go to the Aerodome and see if I can maybe get an extra skill or an extra... You know, this is not bad either. Extra burn, extra cooldown, extra haste on my guys. Not bad, sure. Extra activations, and this could potentially be the Kusarigami I keep talking about. No, okay, that's fine. Mac, I'm not super scared of. I have a few more wins than him. If he is some sort of weapons one-shot, that'd be tough. Otherwise, kind of potion activation builds, I think I do good enough against that I'll be okay. It's just if he has a lot of defense as well. And obviously he gets 300 trillion extra skills, and he's got Act from for example. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. But yeah. Tripwire, keep charging my Zoarcid, gives everything perma-hasted, which is extremely, extremely nice. I got lucky there. It could have been tough. How much damage did this actually do? 4,000. Even without damage scaling, that's not bad, you know. That's not bad at all. Huh. I have a choice here. I could actually put Obsidian... I could put Mossy on my Lighthouse and just get extra defense. I don't have damage scaling, obviously. I don't have burn scaling, so if I go against anything with defensive scaling, I lose. But if I go with something with offensive scaling and no defense, I can just survive off Mossy Ridge and Moth to a Flame. So I kind of have a choice here if I want to get out of the Obsidian Lighthouse. It did do 4k damage, which is nothing to sneeze at, especially since health totals are around, you know, that's a lot of extra damage. So I think I don't have defense. I'm getting some defense from Moth to a Flame, so I think I will just ignore the Mossy Ridge and try and look for Kusarigami to give me some extra damage over the edge, which is never showing up. I'll take the gold clamor though. So this. I'll take the diamond clamor, sorry.
Be remorseless.
Okay, I'm just being given enchants for free. What is going on? I should sell some crap to make my border less spooky. Okay, I don't really do much with poison here though, so it doesn't really matter, but it's just weird I'm getting these enchants. So I will go to Barkin for now. I would always love to see Docklines upgraded for an extra slow, which is never going to show up, obviously. I don't really get much from Davy. I mean, I get extra XP, so he will give me 4, and then I have 2 more. So it's very hard to get an overlevel here. I don't really get much from the test subject. I could get some more defense from Fairy Haze, so I will go for the Fairy Circle. And hope whatever I'm doing is good enough for now. 200 region is not bad. I think I'm pretty alright to not have taken that Mossy shot.
Walk.
Sure. Give me all the big items.
Now this is how you win a war.
Just go for the loot here. I'm not looking for anything specific. Oh, a reroll. Fancy. I'm looking for Kusarigami for some reason still. I could get a Cinders and just put it on the Lighthouse, which is not bad. I think I'll take that and then potentially look to reroll my last encounter, whatsoever that is. Weapons could be Kusarigami. I could just take their health, but I want to believe in this build, this Kusarigami build, so sure,
spar with
let's go for it.
But this leg
Okay, one last reroll. Please, Lord, give me Kusarigami. I beg you. This Slumbering Primordial, this game sucks. Let me reroll it. No. Okay. This is going to be the board we go into the final day with.
bare hands are not
Sell all this crap for extra health. Okay. I feel pretty confident against Karnok, because if he is a spammy build, my tripwire will keep getting procs, and I'll just keep shooting him, and burning him gives me regen. So as long as he is not scaling too fast, I should be good. If it is like this, Lake big weapon max HP build, I might be screwed. Hopefully I can get enough defense from Moth to a Flame. The question is, do I want to put some extra stuff on the board here? I don't think I actually want holsters here that much. This is 3 activations, but it's pretty slow. This is 4 activations, and yeah, I think I'm going to put the Clamor in for extra guaranteed slow at the start, to be honest. Might be wrong. This Bernacuda is probably not doing anything anymore, but I think we've played the fight, we've played the game, let's just go. This is going to be some infused wraps nonsense, some bullshit. Okay, let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, I trigger fast. It's just about if his defensive scaling is faster than me. No, I think I will just outpace this guy barely. Oh, I say that. Holding on. Okay. Somehow cinched the victory from the jaws of defeat with some lucky stuff. If this wasn't Mossy, I probably would have been screwed. If he actually had Resto or Shielded, I probably would have had a harder time. And this was nerfed. This would have been 20. Oh my lord. Maybe would have made a difference, but let's just see that fight again. Moth of the Flame really carrying me with the defense here. If I had the Mossy enchant, maybe could have made a difference. I guess we'll see how much damage the Obsidian Lighthouse actually did. Let's have a look. 6k, nothing to sneeze at. That's, that's, 3/4 of his health, which is absolutely good. Not counting all the healing and shielding he did. This is a lot of damage, even without any damage scaling, so not very bad at all. Okay. Time to debrief, I guess. A pretty interesting run, actually. Was able to assemble some sort of janky burn/weapon boards with the cannon, and some small burn tools. Bernacuda obviously showing off being my goat. I hope you could see how powerful these little burn trigger effects were early. 20 extra burn, 20 extra burn, well, on the silver, 20 extra burn. It's quite a lot in the first, 4 days or something. It can add up damage, it can speed up my Zoarcid, and hopefully bring me over the edge and winning some fights I shouldn't have. Towards the end, day 6, 7, 7, 8 plus really, my build was starting to not be very good. The musket was kind of just there for appearances. I was preying on crits and some lucky burns to win. And I got kind of unlucky with what I was trying to build towards. I didn't see Primordial once, considering I had all the tools for it. But I was able to kind of keep other builds in play. I had Probo that I was thinking of pivoting into if I had Kusarigami, which also I never saw. But I picked up the tools and I saw that I had the slow tools, I had the burn tools, and I was hoping to go for slow weapons with Kusarigami and Probo, but that didn't materialize, so I pivoted harder into Lighthouse, slapping the Obsidian enchant for some extra damage to I could still find Kusarigami if I wanted to. So some weird pivots here. I didn't really get the builds I wanted to play, but I was able to make Lighthouse work in the end. If you saw that Library Arsonist gave me 2 diamond cinders, which essentially doubled the damage of this item, which is a lot. Considering I have no damage scaling, this was doing a lot of burn damage alongside the fiery tripwire just from flat numbers. And it goes to show you, sometimes you don't need burn scaling. Lighthouse, I didn't play Lighthouse on tempo, but if you do get Lighthouse on tempo, even without burn scaling, it's not bad. This being buffed to have a lower cooldown and more flat burn values at Gold and Diamond is really nice. I think Lighthouse is a lot more playable, and if you are playing burn, you should always keep this in the back of your mind for a pivot on day 8. That's why picking up a Dock Lines at Silver in the early days is not bad, because these three core items of Zoarcid, Dock Lines, and Lighthouse is almost basically enough to make Lighthouse work, and then you start slotting in other things. Eventually, if you find Tripwire, that's good. Clamorize is helpful. Burnacuda is nice for some start time. Shot Glasses is great because it's 4 slow triggers at 3 seconds. So Vanessa has some very good slow tools. I would have loved to play Probo because I got it, but it didn't materialize. Sometimes you don't find Kusarigami, and I've made the mistake of just trying to force Probo without damage scaling, and it doesn't work, unfortunately. Not wasted, but used one of the enchants for a Fiery Tripwire, which I was hoping to make use in Primordial, but it paid out for my current build anyway by making my Zoarcid activate a lot, hasting that Julie item that I don't know the name of, that scales burn with haste, and being playable even, when I pivoted to the Lighthouse and didn't get my Primordial. So thinking about where your enchant needs to go can be very helpful. My shiny enchant was kind of wasted. Unfortunately, the right answer was probably Zoarcid or maybe Docklines, but don't always play perfectly, and that's okay. So yeah, a interesting run. I'm glad it wasn't just another sort of free win, a platinum victory with no hard decisions and no losses. We got down to losing our one-shot protection. We had to make some tough decisions and bring it back from there, and we did make it. So an interesting run, and hopefully with some useful learning points.